Ellam's Underground.
Yo, it's a little Sonata. We here in Elms Underground, and we got Bezo.
Yo, yo.
So Bezo, tell us, how did you start making music?
Man, I started making music. I think I just always had a love for it. I think I grew up listening to Mary J. Blige, and I don't know, it just one day I came to a point where like I just like listening to the music so much that I just wanted to start creating my own. And so that's what I did. So I spent a couple of years learning how to produce, make my own beats, So a lot of things, if you guys check me out, a lot of things that you hear, that's what I've made in my bedroom over the previous years, mixed, mastered as well. I don't know. It feels really good to be able to create in my own way, but still keep it in the sense of like the good quality music that everyone's putting out. So,
Okay, nice. So, what kind of music you make?
I do R&B, but R&B, it's like contemporary R&B, so it's like the little bit more of the upbeat. I like to say 2000s vibes. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So, since you said that, what are your inspirations in music?
Okay, so my inspirations, I'll definitely say Michael Jackson for sure. I love his authentic sound. Like if you listen to a lot of his music back in the day, they didn't have like how we have as much digital equipment to like make beats. They had to use actual instruments to like, you know, record and give us this music that sounds really good. So that's one thing I love. I'll say that's one of my inspirations is Michael Jackson for sure. Another one I'll say, like I said, Mary J. I touched on earlier. Mary J. Blige. And I really say her because if you look at her tone, her range, and then like her storytelling behind like the way she writes songs, it's just it makes you feel it. And I love music that I can feel. And that's the type of music I make. Music that for people can feel. And then my last one that I'll say, um, honorable mention to J. Cole, but he's getting all the hype this year. But I'm gonna shout out Jayla Darden too. She makes like a lot of her own beats. She kind of does the same thing like I said. I do like make her own beats, record, mix, master. When I discovered her, that's really what kind of pushed me more into that path of like. I mean, I was already doing my stuff, but it pushed me more into like, okay, let's actually like get more in tune with like creating our own music for real, and not just making beats or just writing songs. Like, let's actually create music. And so I'm glad that I've discovered her, and she definitely inspired me over these past couple years to keep just even though I do look to collab with other people, not saying that I'm not open to it, but it's like, but when it's just you and you with your equipment, it's like you just create whatever. And so I've created a lot of things. A lot of things come this far, and so I want to really get a shout out to Jayla for definitely pushing me to you know, really step back into creating and just create and not just try to make whatever, but actually just create music.
You said Jalen?
Jayla Darden.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, how do you make your music?
So I use Reason. It's like a DAW. So if you guys know what a DAW is, it's like a digital audio workstation. Basically it's where you can create beats, record music. I use Reason, but I started, that was what, 2018. I just started, making beats, learning the fundamentals, basic stuff, right? And then just start experimenting with the sound. So a lot of times it starts with the beats. It depends on what I'm feeling. I wouldn't say I'm a type beats producer. I'm more of like a whatever I feel. So a lot of beats I come up with, sometimes they're a little more upbeat. They're more like, may have a more trap hip hop aesthetic versus some may have more of an atmospheric R&B, chill slash pop vibe to it. But that's kind of just all the types of music that I love. So um I don't want to get lost. We said how we're creating, like how do we
Yeah.
create? Okay, beats. And then yeah, it just kind of every time I finish making a beat, or usually while I'm making a beat, it always hits me. The lyrics just kind of just hit. I either mumble it or like as I've been doing lately, I kind of write it down, whatever I kind of get. I get really excited when it happens because writing is the best part, right? When you have a beat and you can finally have lyrics that just come to you, that is like a magical experience. So every time I write a song, I really have fun and I really get excited. Like if people will tell you if they ever see me write, when I start getting lyrics, like I get really, really excited because it's just everything is just like it's coming to full circle. And then recording, that's the best part, right? Because we can finally get to put down everything we've been working on and record it. I have a lot of days where I look back on some of my like recordings and I'm like, dang, like I can't believe I actually sat down for like 30 minutes and just like straight recorded this song. But it makes me see that like that little time is all it takes to create something though. So keep creating, keep using your time wisely. So yeah, that's a little bit of my process and how I do it.
Okay. Yeah, Bezo. So, can you tell us like one of your worst studio sessions?
I don't think I've ever had a worse studio session because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been to that many studio sessions. Like, it's only been recently that I've even been stepping out there to actually, like allow other people to record me because I kind of trust myself with the process.
How about with yourself?
I mean, we all have like days, where the equipment doesn't want to act right. So crashed while I was recording a session, like, and I didn't save anything because I was so sophisticated that it wasn't gonna crash. I wasn't doing too much, right? But knowing damn well I shouldn't have been adding effects and trying to record, and yeah, we learned our lesson now. So everyone that knows, kiddos out there starting out, do not try to record with effects and all that stuff added on, especially if you got a Windows. It's gonna crash. Mac, it may just start going slow, but it ain't gonna crash on you. So that's why, nigga, So upgrade the computer. Window, crash. Mac, slow. but no, yeah, I think the worst time was like probably like I recorded, like I literally made a beat and I think I started like recording the melody, whatever I had, and then the computer crashed. But luckily I remember how the beat sounded, so I was able to recreate it, but I couldn't find the lyrics. But so that was one of the worst things I ever had because I was really into it and I felt like it was hard. But I mean, some stuff like that happened, and maybe it's just for us to like kind of recreate something else or do something different. So yeah, everything happened for a reason.
Nice. I guess, did you any good sessions? You kind of just answered that.
I had one recently when I went to EMP Studios. It's in, I want to say, kind of like the Stop 6 area for Worth, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
Everyone says, oh, but it's not a bad area. Not really. But I recorded with my boy Mixed by Poppy. We were just strolling some beats, and then we found one that, I heard it and I already started just instantly start harmonizing, and then he was already kind of looking for him a vibe with a beat, and I don't know, we just kind of ended up making something. But it was fun for me because, like I said, that was like me finally seeing myself be able to like work with other people recording, and it's not me. And it actually and I don't have because that's what I said. So you was like, have you had any session? I'm like, I can't name a time that I've had like a bad session because I've just started to work with people. So it's like each session I have had has been like we create something good, or it's been like actually, where I can be like, dang, like, okay, maybe I can work with more people versus than having a negative experience. So wouldn't say I've had one.
Okay, nice.
All good.
So how about good and or bad performances?
I performed at a modeling show one time, and I think it was the song I did. It was more like of a white crowd, and I had like nigga in the song, and like it was kind of, I don't know. It was just one of the most I didn't know how the crowd would received it. Like, after everybody clapped, right? But when I was doing the song, it was just kind of like weird. So I was like, damn, I don't know.
What you mean weird?
Like, it was weird. It's white people.
The vibe.
You're like in your face, like, yeah, sounds like I was singing. You're like, I was singing, but like there was like two parts in the song where it was like it said like nigga something, and it was like another cuss word. They didn't tell us what type of music we had to do. They just said like, hey, you guys be performing the fast show. So I get there and I'm like, well, damn, I can't change this. I don't have another song. So one song was really good, and then the other song was like, it was kind of like it wasn't like explicit, but it still just be like, because that's why I was telling the people that's performing when I said, hey, look, I just gotta get through the first half of the song and then like we're gonna be good. Because the first half is the only half that's like it may not please the crowd. You feel me? But I'll say that was probably like one of my worst. One of my best ones, I would say, honestly, it's been at a couple of the open mics recently. Shout out to Black Cloud Studios again, because I did, I think, 2 open mics there. And the 2 times that I went, like, I love when I can really get into my songs and like perform them, And I feel like the 2 times I have been there, I've been able to actually perform my songs and I don't know, just showcase who I am. So I can say that's been my latest 2 times that I feel like they were really great performances. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. You want to shout out anybody who makes music?
Shout out to my boy Therapy. Shout out to my boy Poppy. Like I said, he be mixing, but he also be making his own stuff too. Who else? It was somebody I just recently. It's a lot of people. I can't think. It's a lot of new people recently that I've been like kind of like actually checking out and actually like looking at their. I don't know. I feel like before I was looking at people and kind of be like, okay, like, just to support. But now I've actually been like going through people's discography and listening to different people's music. I will shout out this one dude I work with. His name is I think it's like Trap Boy Kev or something like that. But no, like I've seen him grow from like when we first started working. He started showing a lot of me his music, and so now I can definitely see like he's having, like, you can tell when people are having fun and they're creating and it's like rolling out versus when they're just like making something here and there and it's like, oh, I just do it on the side. But I could tell that he's getting serious to the point where he's like having fun and he's like posting more about his music, or he's like actually dropping more songs. And then like the songs he's dropping, like their actual quality. Like I told him when I went to work the other day, I was like, bro, listen to your song, man. It was like, I'm always the type of person, like I don't mind telling you if your stuff is cool and like, because I would rather be, And so I let him know, like, hey man, your stuff's like dope. So he's definitely one person I definitely would be looking forward to, like, just watching him grow as an artist too as well. So yeah.
Nice. Want to shout yourself out?
Yeah, you guys can find me. I'm Beezy. I know he said Bezo, but
my bad.
It's like when we first started out, it was Bezo because I was just doing the production side. You're fine. You're fine. Nope. This is why I'm here now. Got it. So I go by BZ, the letter B, the letter Z. You guys can find me on all platforms at Bezo. BZ, Bezzo, BZ. One more time, Bezzo, the letter B, the letter Z. You can find me on, so that's IG. All platforms for the artist name is gonna be Ultra BZ. I'm on everything. So if you can't find me, just go through the link in my bio on the IG, and then it'll take you to every platform that I'm on. So you ain't never got to worry about you can't find it. You can just go click, and start listening. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, Beezy. Ultra Beezy?
Ultra Beezy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's Ellens Underground, Ultra Beezy.
Signing out.
Ellens Underground.